So yeah, I just wanted to spend a little time talking about this track. I am going to work, pardon my track here. It's a little messy. So everything here is original tracks that were given to me by the remix competition. So starting at the top, we have the ARPs, which play a C up and down an octave, which is interesting. I do think it changes a little bit here. Follows the melody a little bit, and it kind of works, honestly, with the melody I used, because the melody I used was very similar to what they had, just a couple of changes. We have the Atmos instruments, which are really good. I really like them. They put a lot of sidechain already on it. I didn't put any on it. I just EQ'd a little bit of the 1,000 to 5,000 range out and got rid of the low end, because I wanted to split the low end of the Reese to its own channel, so I could control it a little bit more. Basically, I'm actually not controlling it much, actually, so waste of time. Before I forget, we had this over here, which is I added this myself. This is following the same chords as the Atmosphere that they add, but it's a chorus. So it sounds really ethereal, very like, it gives you those like chills on your back. And that's why I make music, to give myself chills on the back. It's not sexual. It doesn't sound sexual. Okay, this is their bass line, which is a rolling bass line. And I decided no rolling bass lines. No thank you. I went with this bass line, which is kind of like a knock. It doesn't really make any sense until you add the kick in with it. It kind of hits. This kind of gives that vibe. All right, moving on. We got the drums, their drums, which were very cool. Their drums were very like technical and interesting, and they had nice fills. But I'm making techno, so techno is known for very repetitive drums, and this was my repetitive drums. Just there, just hanging out. This is their effect. A lot of white noise, drums, sub drops, nothing crazy. I used them because, frankly, I'm lazy. I didn't really want to go find a bunch of effects to match this track. So they work. No problems there. This is some extra effects I added myself, because this track that I made is very open and airy and like epic. So it needed a little bit more support. So that was the only effects that I added myself. This is the kick. We went over that. It's got the sub frequencies on the end. Like I mentioned, the sub frequencies are really important. Do not kill them. Do not listen to Deadmau5. And then we got the sub here, which is just supporting the low end. Really good. Sidechained, obviously. I want to compete. Now this sound is one of my favorite sounds in the entire track, lifted exactly from the original. It's just such a good sound, like so good. The vocal is like like you fell through the sky, and it just sounds like you're like an angel falling from the sky, like you're Icarus. It's such a good sound, and I had to keep it in. Moving on, the plucks. We have this pluck, which is from their original track, and I was like, I'm not gonna be Medusa. I'm just not gonna be Medusa. Like they can own that sound. It's not my sound. I used this sound, which is a little bit more like a countdown sound, like we're about to blast off. Pitch weird. Just playing the tonic, just the root note, just playing the root note. And then this is my interesting addition. And if you listen to the original, it's much more wow 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 wow. The attack is not as strong. Like old sounds. Which I love. And if you add them together with two different sounds, two different layers, you get nothing for some reason. Probably because it's muted somewhere. FX3, where are you? Huh. Okay, now they're playing a hardball. What's FX3 doing? Is this it? No. Where's FX3? It's just being a freaking patootie pants. Why? So we're getting a signal. This isn't getting a signal. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. So then we have these synths, which just play this sound. Not a synth. That is a vocal. Which is important. Like it adds a lot to it. And we have these couple of plucks, which is kind of the interesting beginning. Sidechain heavily when the drop comes in. I didn't want to sidechain like before the drop came in because it sounds so bad. Like when you sidechain before, like it just sounds like a shitty mix in my opinion. Like you should have sidechained where you need to sidechain, not everywhere. So this is the vocal. I feel something in the air tonight. Very compressed. Even though there's nothing on it, it's mostly the mastering that's compressing it, which that's what you get when you suck at mastering. Oh man. Last but not least, we got some rides, some snare impacts right before the drop, which is nice. The noise, siren. And you put it all together, you get a cool track. Let me know if you want me to break down some of my mixing. If you want me to break down my mastering, like, you could probably find someone better to do that. Honestly, I'm not great at it. But that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.